Okay, everything went wrong. I hope it's good now. I hope I can hear me. Can I hear me? I can hear me. Great. I have no idea what happened. I never changed the settings on my live stream stuff, and yet it stopped working. But let's get into ranking this. Let's get into ranking this thing before I lose my mind. So I played every single level of this on this channel. It took a while, but I did it. And now I feel like I have a pretty good idea of what's going on in this game. So we're going to start off with... Oh, hey, Ratty Subs. We're going to start off with negotiations. And this is an instant S tier. Call it basic if you will, but this is the perfect level. This is what I judge every other level in the game off of. I guess it is a very easy level. There's not a whole lot to it. You kind of just walk through some hallways and then you're done. For you, it's a B. Yeah, I think that's where most people would put it. And maybe it's just nostalgia clouding my vision, but I love this level. Sometimes it's just nice to exist in a Lego space and not have to think about too much. And this level does that. It's just good old Lego fun. Here's a level people don't like. Don't remember what it's called. It's the one where you meet Jar Jar and you just kind of walk around a swamp. Once again, I think I'm in the minority. I'm putting this at A. I have no problems with this level. Not quite as good as Negotiations, but there's nothing about it that's that bad. Even Jar Jar, like, Jar Jar's bad in the movie, but as a Lego, he doesn't speak, so he's fine. This is an A. You get an A. See, that's interesting, because a lot of people don't like this level, like you, Ratty Subs. Do you have a reason why? Can you explain it to me? Because I've never heard it explained. I don't have a problem with you putting it at C or anything, but I just want to know why. Okay, what is this? Oh, this level? This is just boring. Okay, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. The battle droids, okay, you got a point there. The battle droids are annoying. I forgot about that part. I'm leaving it at A, though. I still don't have that many problems with it. This one, I'm between a B and an A. It's alright. It's okay. I mean, the cutscene's great, where Obi-Wan just fails to get out his lightsaber. Oh, and Captain Panaka. That dude's one of my favorite characters. He's in this level. He's got that basic Lego smile. Okay, A for you? I'll leave it at A then. I was considering moving it down, but we'll put it at A. I'll see what the community rank is at the end. See if they disagree or whatever. How about the pod race? So far, Phantom Menace is just nothing but bangers for me. I know tons of people hate the pod race. I'm moving it up to... It's a B. It's a B for me. I don't mind it. Maybe if you only played the original version, it's worse. But the 2007 version is pretty good. Is good. It's not too annoying. Oh, Skywalker Saga. Okay. Yeah, the Skywalker Saga, the only problem I had with that version, and I will rank every Skywalker Saga level in the future. If I'm not sure if I'll remember them all, but I'll try. I actually think I prefer this version over the Skywalker Saga, because I think the Skywalker Saga's version makes it a little too easy. I like how immersive it is, but I think this one feels more like a challenge. We're to the first level I don't like now. I don't care for this Naboo level, the other one, where we go back to Theed Palace. This is like a C. It just feels like this level up here, but let's do it again and make it longer. I don't need that. I don't want to do it again. It was fine the first time. It was better the first time. So that's going at C. Darth Maul. A lot of people say this is one of their favorite levels. I definitely think it's better than this. So I guess it's going in B. It's pod race level for me. I think Phantom Menace gets off to an epic start, then goes a little bit downhill, but not too much. I'm definitely going to have some levels in this game that I just don't like. So I got to keep all these pretty high. Ooh, speaking of things that people don't like, what is this called? It's like, I don't know, the one with Zam Wessel. This one is boring. You know, you say that walking through swamp is boring, which I can see. This is even more boring. And I don't know how, because you're chasing an assassin. How did they make it boring? It's going in D. There are levels I hate more, so I'm not going to put it in F. But it's pretty bad. You can tell it was sort of an afterthought. They made it last minute. I'm not too fond of the Skywalker Saga version either, but it's definitely an improvement. This level, Camino, this is one of the best levels for Attack of the Clones for me. Plus, I mean, you get to play as R4P17. What a legend. This one's a solid, I think it's an A tier. I'm putting it all the way at A because I think I like it better than Darth Maul and Pod Race. Yeah, I have good memories of this. I have good memories of even the part where you chase Jango Fett on the bridge and he just keeps throwing bombs at you. That's kind of annoying, but I don't mind it. What is the... Oh, Droid Factory. Now, here's an example of the Complete Saga version of a level being infinitely better than the Skywalker Saga. Droid Factory in the Skywalker Saga is pretty trash because it's so long. This one works well. This one's good. I think it's probably a B. It feels about like pod race level. I like it slightly less than Camino, but it's got a similar vibe. I think the Droid Factory is just so interesting of a location that even if the level isn't great, I'm still going to like it. Now this, the pool of lava. See, what you're describing for Droid Factory, that's what I experienced in the Skywalker Saga version. Except instead of lava, it was random C-3PO and R2-D2 puzzles for so long. That's not what I want to do. Oh, this. Yes. So this one, I kind of like it because it's so easy, but it also gets annoying when you can't find the dudes. So because it's kind of annoying, I'm putting it in C. The Phantom Menace level was annoying because it just felt like a level you had already done again. This one oh, you A, B, or C. So I put it on the low end of what you would rate. I really do like it. This is a higher C than the other one. It's almost B. In fact, you might have convinced me. I'm going to put it a little higher because I think it definitely deserves to be above this. Here's something that doesn't, though. This level is bad. I'm almost tempted to put it at F, but I know how bad some of the F levels are. Ooh, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm putting it at F. It's bad enough. I would play Zam Wessel Chase 3 times before I play that. Oh, here's a man. Here's an old man, Count Dooku. I think that's the name of the level also. It's just Count Dooku. This one is short, but it's good. It's not super interesting, but it's good. I guess I'll put it at B. B is just going to be where most of the things fall, I think. When he zaps you with lightning and you... yeah. I guess most of the time when I play the game, I don't care about coins too much. So that never bothered me too much. But yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. The lightning is the most annoying part. This thing. Now, this is a weird level because it's one of the only ones in the entire game. Is it the only one? Where you're just sort of on a rail and you can't do much of anything. But the few things you actually do, I think they're intriguing enough. I like this one. It's definitely way better than the other flying levels, which are bad, so I'm going to put it at C. It's fine. It's just fine. Unlike Chancellor in Peril, which is better than fine, this might be an A. I think this is an A. Once I get all these on the board or something, I might rearrange it a little bit, but right now I'm feeling like that's pretty up there. That's one of the best Revenge of the Sith levels. Also, why do people hate the General Grievous level? Why do people think it's so bad? I don't know what's going on. I've always, like, yeah, I guess it's repetitive. But for me, it's okay. I'll put it at C. It's so hard. You know what? What's interesting is I think that I had a harder time beating it recently than I did when I was young. I don't know what that says about me as a person. Probably not good things, but I don't know. I think it's all right. I always enjoyed it, and I like that Commander Cody is just there trying his best. And also, why is Commander Cody yellow in this game? That's not right. But I like it. Yellow is one of my favorite colors. And here's one of my favorite people. Yoda. Little green man. This level's not good. I'm just going to say it. I think I'm with the majority on this one. I don't think people like this. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think people like this level. It's bad. It would be fine. I like the beginning bit where you're just rescuing Wookiees. But everything after that is just annoying. You're getting shot by boys. You walk onto the beach. Everybody's trying to beat you up. The clones, the droids. You're just having a bad time. Oh, and this one. This one's kind of forgettable. I don't know. I think it's like a low C. I don't think I can put it at D. It's not quite as bad as Kashyyyk or Zam Wesell, but it's not good. My favorite thing about the level is just the end, where you get to watch them. You get to watch Lego Shock T die. Like that didn't even happen in the movie. That was a deleted scene. They put it in the game. And it's so brutal for a Lego game. Normally, Lego tries to push aside the deaths. You just watch Shock T die. Get her head chopped off. That's brutal. Especially for a kid's game. I know they're plastic, but that's hardcore. Oh, and now here, boom, second S tier alongside Negotiations. It's got to be Darth Vader. Almost everyone I've seen who has ranked all the levels online has said this is one of their favorite levels, and I couldn't agree more. It's so good, and it's so unique. It felt like the people making the game just, I don't know, they changed their whole plan. They were like, you know what, we're going to make the players fight each other. It's going to be a parkour game. We're going to take it from just doing basic puzzles in rooms to being a platforming game that's timed. Like what I don't understand how they went in this direction, but I'm glad they did. Oh, really? You like the Skywalker Saga version of that more? That's kind of shocking to me. I'm not sure that I've heard anyone say that. And I don't, I can't agree. I can't agree with you on that. Skywalker Saga definitely improves a lot of the levels that are comparable, but for me, there's no contest with this particular one. Being able to fight your friend, that's so good. And the time limit scares you. It's like, whoa, where did this come from? I thought this was an easy game. Now I'm falling in lava every 5 seconds. Okay, now we're on to the original trilogy, and I think you're going to see a trend here. I do not like the original trilogy levels nearly as much as I like the the prequels. This one's one of the better ones, though. It sucks. Wait, this level or the Darth Vader one? Which one sucks? Because I think as far as the Complete Saga levels go, no, wait, that's all of them. The original trilogy goes, this is one of the better levels. It's longer than I would hope for, but it's one of the better ones. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I agree with you on that. This is probably the best one, though, so I'm going to put it at B because it has the highest standard. You know what? I kind of liked a few of the sequel levels in the Skywalker Saga. If we get through this really fast, I might just go ahead and rank the Skywalker Saga now. Because I feel like we're going to get through this in no time. So let's go ahead and finish this off then. Desert level, it's still not bad as far as the original trilogy levels go, but it's pretty bad. So it's going in C. It's a little bit worse. This one, I don't even remember what this is. What is this? Oh, this is where you run around the desert with Chewbacca and you gotta fight the nose guy. Yeah, that one's bad. That's a D. It just keeps getting worse. Yeah, the sand... Exactly, yeah. I was trying to think of why that didn't annoy me as much the last time I played it, and then I remembered I turned invincibility on. I just straight up cheated so I wouldn't get shot all the time. You're right, that was terrible. I don't know why the original trilogy game, the people who made it thought, you know what'll be fun? If we just have people constantly shooting you throughout the entire thing. No, that's not good. I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to build things, and every time I get shot, everything I've built just goes back to being a pile of garbage. I don't want that. Oh, but, okay, Death Star levels. These I just don't like at all. I think these are not it. Having to wear the Stormtrooper helmets and then getting them shot off your head every time, and you're just trying to do this aggravates me to no end. Death Star levels, trash. Which is appropriate because these guys are in the trash right now. There they are. And then we have the blow up the Death Star level. You know what? This one's probably another B tier. They started and ended A New Hope on a decent enough level. All the things in the middle are bad, but at least they had a high note at the end. It's still not that great of a level, but it's fine. I'll take it after going through the Death Star. Yeah, me too. And my cousin. I think there's something about Jabba's sail barge. Just kids love it. Do we all want to own a sand floating pirate ship thing? Maybe. Who knows? That's a kid's fantasy, I guess. This level, it reminds me of the X-Wing level, but worse. So I'm going to put it with the sand. With the sand and Grievous. Yeah. It's not that great. The one where you just walk around on Hoth, it goes on a little too long, but it's definitely way better than the flying one, so I'll put it at B. Now, the one where you fly through asteroids, this is straight trash. You don't want this. That's probably F. That's an F tier. All you're doing is shooting boys to get purple orbs and then blowing up rocks. And it goes on for quite some time. Way longer than it needs to. Dagobah. This one's pretty iconic. I think this is going to be another B tier. When I think of the Complete Saga's version. Oh, the last 5 levels, those are bonus levels. Which, spoiler alert, they're going to be pretty low. They're not good. Yeah, but I'll try to explain those in detail when I get to them, because I know people aren't as familiar with those as the other ones here. The one where you fight Darth Vader. It goes on a little too long for my liking, but overall I think this is solid. It's pretty good. And then I would say the Cloud City one is a little bit worse. Or I should say the other Cloud City one. This one also takes place on Cloud City. And that brings me to Return of the Jedi. This is my favorite of the original trilogy movies. But is it my favorite of the levels? I don't know. I haven't thought about this. Jabba's Palace. Yeah, it's fine. The B tier is just where I put levels that are fine. So I'm going to put it up there. It's annoying having the Grimorian Guard people. The zombie pigmen popping out of holes everywhere. But aside from that, level's fine. And I enjoy the atmosphere. Jabba's Sail Barge, that's got to be up there with the other one. Those are both really good. I remember when I played that level on my channel, which is this channel, I don't know why I said it like that. I got distracted because I thought there was a fly in my room, and there was not. Wow, that was not a fun story. Okay, let's move on. I don't know why I thought that was going to be interesting. Here is the speeder chase level. Nah, don't think I like that. I don't think I'm a fan of that one. Once again, it goes on too long. Why does your character have a tail? This specific character, why does it have a tail? Oh, I made this for... Man, this is going to be a long story. I'll try to shorten it. When I was young, I made a game for my friends at school, who I call the Squad, called The Squad the Game. It was not a good title. And in one of those levels, we invade a party where everyone is dressed as animals. And this was supposed to be a representation of that. I don't know why I picked this specific version to be the character I use when I live stream. But yeah, not quite a furry, but I am supposed to be a cat. Well, I'm supposed to be dressed like a cat. I am not literally a cat. Once again, not the most interesting story. Probably just made you more confused. But you can rest assured I'm not a furry. If you don't believe me, I'm fine with that, but yeah. Yes, I wore that to break into a furry convention. Yes, that is true. That actually was the plot of the level, was that we were breaking into a furry convention, except when I was young, I didn't actually know what a furry was. I thought it was just a bunch of people wearing cat ears. That's not the case. It's a lot more involved than that. You gotta have a whole suit. Anyway, back to Star Wars. Don't want to linger on that too long. C-3PO staring at people. I don't remember liking this level that much. It's going in C tier. Yeah, it's a weird story. There's a lot of weird things that were in that game, but the furry convention was probably the strangest one. Okay, Luke and Darth Vader fighting Emperor Palpatine, I feel like this level gets remembered as being better than it actually was. But the good news is, this one's not nearly as long as some of the other levels, so I'll put it in B. Yeah, it's not that great, but you don't have to waste too much time. You just get in, get out, you're done. The same goes for this, but it's a vehicle level, so that makes it automatically worse. It's just not that good. Okay, now the bonus levels. These are the ones you might not know about. So first we have the original version of the pod race. I think I like this just about as much as the updated one. It's more difficult. If you're a kid, this probably drives you insane. But as a me, right now, I like the challenge. I like that it's a little bit harder because it feels like I'm not entirely playing a kid's game, even though I am. Oh, here's a bad level, though. Here's where the bonus levels start becoming so bad. This one. Anakin's Flight. This is F tier. This is one of the most boring levels in the game. It's like if you took the asteroid level and just replaced all the asteroids with pieces of metal and satellite dishes. Nah. The Skywalker Saga version of that was infinitely better. Because it didn't last that long and it wasn't nearly as boring. Another F tier level is this. This is just Gunship Cavalry, but they made the perspective worse. While I was playing Gunship Cavalry, the original one, the last thing I thought was, man, I wish this was at a 45-degree angle from overhead. No, who thought that? No one wanted this. Why did they do it? That's instant F tier. Now this is a version of this level up here. The one from A New Hope that I thought was okay. But from Darth Vader's perspective. And I'm going to put it in B tier because it's basically the same thing but shorter. And a little bit better. But not so much better that I'm putting it in A tier. It's really not that great. And these last two we can group together. These are infuriating levels. These are so bad. Don't do them. You're trying to collect 1 million studs in a Lego city. The Lego city looks pretty cool. But man, some of these studs that you have to find don't make any sense. You'll just be walking on grass. And studs will fly out and hit you in the face. You don't know what you did. You don't know why they were there. Both of these are F tier. So this is it. This is my final ranking. We have only 2 levels in S tier, and they're both from the prequels. No surprise there. Same thing with A, all from the prequels. You get a little bit of a mix in B tier. That's where most of them go. And then it gets worse from there. So the worst prequel level, in my opinion, has to be Gunship Cavalry. If you don't count the bonus levels. Yeah, I'm going to do Skywalker Saga. And then the best prequel level, one of these two. I think they're pretty equal. Before I go to the Skywalker Saga, I'm just going to very briefly look at what the community ranked it. See what they say. Okay. This is about what I expected. Where's negotiations? It's A tier. All right. I'm fine with that. I'm just looking to see if there's anything I absolutely disagree with. Here we go. Yeah, I disagree with this being F tier. I don't think the original pod race was that bad. Also, Lego, both of the Lego levels being not in the bottom tier, this is surprising to me. Anakin's Flight should definitely be lower. Yeah, most of this other stuff I'm fine with. I think they did a pretty good job. So I'm going to briefly put up the screen where you hear very sad music. But don't worry, I'm coming back. in less than a minute with the Skywalker Saga ranking. I'm just doing this so that you don't see my screen. So here we go. Ignore what you're about to see for a second. Whoop. Okay, so there's not a perfect tier list I could find with all the levels of the Skywalker Saga, but this is the best we've got. I hope you enjoyed the very sad music. I don't know why it's so sad. It just is. So this is what I could find. I believe there's 45 levels in the Skywalker Saga. I counted 44 levels here, so I don't know which one's missing. But we're just going to have to deal with it, because there's no other good ranking here. Also, they're very out of order. Why are we starting with this? I guess we'll just go with what they gave us. So we're starting with the Emperor Palpatine boss fight. This one's fine. This is a solid B tier. I don't have too many problems with it, but I also don't love it. I don't have much to say, honestly, about that one. It's just fine. It's absolutely fine. This big ol' fish level. I think this level's too easy and also too short. I don't mind playing it at all, but I don't understand why it's so short. Yeah, and all you do is just fire at it in a straight line. Even if it hits you, it doesn't really matter. I don't care if I get beat up by the fish. So I'm putting it in B tier just because it feels unfinished. The Gungan level, where you're fighting the boys. The droid boys. This one's pretty boring. But at least it's short, so you don't have to deal with it for too long. I'm putting it in C tier. I'll be interested to see if any of these get S tier. I don't know if they will. See, I think the cannon is fun as a concept, but I thought the execution was too basic. It felt like I couldn't really fail unless I tried to. Okay, Emperor Palpatine versus Yoda. This one kind of bugs me, because I feel like it goes on too long and Emperor Palpatine just keeps blowing me up. I don't know. I don't love this one. I think I'm putting it in D tier. I'm sorry to say, a lot of people are looking forward to this level. I think as a concept, this level is very cool. I like that Captain Typho is just there, hanging out. But the game froze 3 times when he bounced into the corner. Interesting. I played it on PlayStation, and luckily my game never froze. But yeah, that would be very annoying if that happened to me. I heard a lot of people had problems with the game crashing and stuff. Okay, this is the final level of the game. My review of this level is that it's too long, but I like it. So far, this is my favorite one. That might shock you to hear that a sequel level is one of my favorites. But I really did, like, I enjoyed the atmosphere. I thought they did a good job translating it to Lego. I think at one point you do a boss fight against a tiny little, what is it? What do you fight? I don't know. There's some dumb boss fight. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. That level was 30 seconds. No. I think you're confused. The part where you're fighting Palpatine and his guards is fast. But this level also includes that lady and Finn riding on top of the giant ship and beating up all of those red stormtrooper dudes. It goes on longer than I think you remember it. Or else it just took me a long time. You know, maybe it's a me problem. If so, I don't know why it took me so long. This level's just another one that I think is kind of boring. I don't have much of a problem with it. I just think it's bland. So I'm putting it with the Gungans. Jabba's sail barge, not as iconic as the original, but I think this is still a solid level. I'm putting it in B. I might even put it in A. I don't know. It's pretty good. I think I will put it in A. Okay, this one where you're just flying the Millennium Falcon. This one is forgettable. I'm putting it in D. Because I honestly don't even remember almost any of it. And that doesn't bode well. At least with the Complete Saga, even the bad levels, I remember them very well. It's not the case here. Okay, the level where you fight Darth Vader. This one's good. I wonder if you could hear the very loud truck that just went by my house. It's going in A or B. Do you have an opinion? Because I don't know whether to put it in A or B. Is it going with Palpatine and Big Fish? Or is it going with... Okay, B. There it goes. Han Solo and Greedo. What level is this? That was just a cutscene. Oh, is this Hunk of Junk? Dude, Hunk of Junk is F tier. That level where you build the Millennium Falcon, that might be my least favorite level in the entire game. In fact, I'm almost certain it is. I hate that thing. It's because you just wait around for Chewbacca to fix this thing, and he takes forever. Because he keeps getting shot by the boys. I can't shoot every boy. They're everywhere. That's definitely, like, that's going to be a huge indicator for me as to what should be F tier and what shouldn't. Because I hate this level. This one I'm fine with, though. I still think it's a little bit boring, but yeah, it's definitely better than these down here. The Darth Maul boss fight, it's fine. It's once again not as iconic as the original, I think. But I think it's good enough to get it in B tier. I accept it. That's the best praise I can give to it, I think. I accept that level. What am I looking at? What is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, I hate this level. I hate this level. This is the Last Jedi mission right at the beginning where Leia says, Poe, don't fly at that giant thing and try to blow it up. And then he goes, yeah, I'm going to try to fly at this thing and blow it up. There's nothing about this level that I found to be fun. I kept getting lost. I would just go off in space and be confused. Where am I at? What am I doing? It's not as bad as Hunk of Junk. Hunk of Junk is probably solidified as the worst level I've ever played. But this is bad. Both of the Death Star levels I thought were pretty forgettable, and I didn't have that much fun playing them. They're not as bad as the ones in the Complete Saga, but I didn't like them, so I'm putting them in D tier. I'll be interested to see how people rate them. The community rank, I'm going to be staring at this for a while, because I think people are going to disagree more with me here than they do on the Complete Saga. Now, what am I looking at with this? Can anyone tell me what this is supposed to be? I don't know what this is. Who is that? It looks like Rey, but then there's R2-D2. I don't know. I don't know what that is. All right, we're going to skip that one. Let's go to Snoke. I'm putting this at the bottom. So Snoke, the Snoke throne room boss fight took a little too long for me, but at least it looked kind of cool. And yeah, I'm going to put it in B. It was pretty iconic, if nothing else. The level with Babu Frick, yeah, I'm kind of into it. I like just sneaking around Kijimi. You know what? Bam, I'm putting it A tier. I just decided it's got to go A tier because of one reason. Say it with me. The Kijimi boys. I don't know if that's what they were called. It was the Kijimi something. The Kijimi gang? I don't know. That boss fight was so out of left field. Just, you know, you get used to fighting people like, here's Darth Vader. Here's Darth Maul. Here's these crazy people you've been waiting to fight from the Star Wars universe. And then you just get the Kijimi boys. You're like, who are these people? Were they in the movie? These are just randos. They don't even have names. That makes the level for me. Kashyyyk. Once again, I don't think the Kashyyyk level is that good, but it's better than Skywalker Sagas. So I'm going to put it in... I'm going to put it in C. The level where you fight Count Dooku. I think the Skywalker Saga, it looks more cinematic, but they made this level worse. It takes longer than it should, and the boss fight, there's just too much focus on pipes. So much of this boss fight is just staring at pipes on the wall and moving them in specific ways. I don't want to do that. The only redeeming quality of this level is that when I played it, for some reason Count Dooku just went bees, and I was like, wait, what? Did he just say bees? So that left a good impression, but nothing else did. I'm putting it in C. And once again I've smacked the table. This happens once per stream. I smack my hand against my desk for no reason. What is this? What, man, what? Who made these thumbnails? I don't know what this level is. Oh, here we go. Dude, okay, I'm excited for this one. Is this... I think this is the level where you switch back and forth between Rey, Finn, and Han Solo and Chewbacca. This level's terrible. This one's bad. This level was like the first level I played since Hunk of Junk that made me angry. I was like, why is this going on for so long? Why? Just be over. Be done. I don't even remember this scene from the movie that well. If I'm not doing a good enough job of explaining what this level is, it's the one where Han Solo and Chewbacca are like getting chased by giant red monsters that just look like balls with tentacles coming out of the front. Do you remember that movie? It's from The Force Awakens. I don't know why I said, do you remember that movie? I'm sure you do. I meant to say, do you remember that level? Anyway, the reason I'm excited about this next level is because this might be my favorite level in the game. S tier. I think I'm the only person on Earth that has this opinion. But the first level from... What is that movie even called? The Rise of Skywalker. I hate that movie. But I love this level. This is my favorite level in the game. It just feels like what every vehicle level should be. It's pretty short. Everything works well. The environment is interesting. And there's a lot of good voice acting to keep you invested. You feel like you're genuinely doing something that matters. Even though I don't remember this scene happening in the actual movie. If you would have told me they drove through a giant blue corridor at the beginning of Rise of Skywalker, I would have been like, what are you talking? Did you watch the wrong movie? When did this happen? Anyway, here's this. I hear a lot of people hate this one. The one where, I think it's called They Fly Now, because that's the one quote that people remember from Rise of Skywalker. Or sorry, that's one of two. The other quote is, somehow, Palpatine has returned. Which is great. I love that they're acknowledging that they don't know how he returned. No one does. I don't have a problem with this level, though. I'm putting it in A. I'm kind of surprising myself because right now it's looking like The Rise of Skywalker is my favorite movie in this whole dang game. How did this happen? It's my least favorite Star Wars movie. But my favorite to play through. It doesn't make any sense. General Grievous, I like this level well enough, but once again, I think it's too long. And because of that, I'm putting it in D tier. If it were just shorter, I'd be fine with it. I don't know why I said Death Star. The Mustafar battle. The high ground. I really don't know. I think it's going in C. C is where I put stuff when I'm not really feeling the level and I'm just confused as to where I should put it. It's not my favorite and I don't particularly like it, but it's not too bad. Once again, I accept it. It's fine. Okay, the new Jabba's Palace, I think this is basically on par with the old Jabba's Palace. I'm putting it at B tier. It's good. It's just good. This is the extent to which I can describe it. It's good. I wish I had more to say about these, but yeah, these levels don't have a lot that you do. I'm figuring out. Like, there's not much there. It feels more like an experience than a game. And the experience was good, but not too much was interesting that left an impression in my mind. The first level of A New Hope, I think, is on par with that Jabba's Palace level. I like the Jabba's Palace one a little bit more, but the A New Hope level is fine. I don't have any problems with it. Count Dooku's boss fight. This is also going in B. We're on a streak here with the just kind of okay levels. I think they're fine, but I can't say much about them. The Count Dooku fight itself goes on a little too long, and the lead up to the fight is too short. It was just the right amount of time to be in the level, but the ratios that they divided, each of the pieces of the level into, they were all wrong. I still like it, though. I like it overall. I like that Anakin gets his revenge in Lego form. And of course, you get the legendary quote, "Twice the pride, double the fall." Oh, shout out to my train. We've got a train behind our house. If you can hear it, congratulations. You just heard a train. What level is this? I think this is one of the levels I got Travis to play and I just watched. It's going C. It's not that great. From what I remember of it, I know I didn't play it myself, but I was there. It didn't seem like either myself or Travis was particularly enthused. That's a solid C tier. Oh, here we go. F tier, baby. The level where you fight Django in space. I remember when I was recording the video for this channel for Attack of the Clones. I did all of Attack of the Clones in one go. Almost a third of the video I recorded for that was this level right here. It took me so long to catch up with this man. And all you're doing is flying through asteroids. Like, it's not that interesting. Why does he have 4 lives? Why not 3? I don't get it. Okay, Cloud City. This one's pretty good. I'm gonna put it at C. Nope, B. It's that good. Once again, you have to deal with Chewbacca fixing I can't even say it. You know what he's fixing. And he's slow, but the rest of the level's good. So I'm going to put it in B, despite the terribleness that is Chewbacca fixing the Millennium Falcon. Geonosis Arena, this is one of my favorites because it's not too long and it's basically just 4 boss fights back to back. And none of them have multiple lives, I think. So it's just like a quick boom, bam, bop, everyone's dead. And you get to play as Kit Fisto. That's, I love any time I get to do that. That man's my boy. The level where you fight Captain Phasma the second time, this one's pretty trash. I think this is F tier. It was not fun. I don't remember anything about this level that I liked. So it's got to go in F tier. Now this level, on the other hand, this one was good. The build up to it was terrible. Having to climb up so many different levels of parkour with BB-8. That was bad. But once you get into the actual level, I thought this one was actually pretty solid. So I'm going to put it in B. Once again, Rise of Skywalker coming through. There's nothing in Rise of Skywalker that gets lower than a B. How did this happen? What's gone wrong with the world? This one. Yeah, this one's another F. This was bad. Fighting the TIE fighters in just above a wrecked Star Destroyer. It's just another one that's boring. It's like this, it's like the asteroid thing all over again. It goes on too long, and you're really not doing all that much. So you're bored. The speeder chase. I'm going to put it in C because while I don't think the level is that great, it has a good impression in my mind, mainly because my version was very broken the first time I played it, which you would think would make it a bad thing. You would think if your game breaks, you're going to hate that level. But the way it broke was so funny. It just kept telling me, shoot the troopers, shoot the scout troopers. Those boys were not there. One scout trooper would show up every 5 minutes. I was like, is this the longest level in the entire game? Why is this taking so long? And eventually, I ended up flying on this speeder for so long that the level couldn't even load anymore, and I fell into a black abyss. I think if you look up Dreamscape Divided, this is the most broken level in the Skywalker saga, or something like that, you'll find the video where I show you how broken this level is for me. So that's bad, but it made it funny. So I'm putting it in C. Thumbs up for being stupid. This level was awkward. If I had to name the most awkward level in the game, this would be it. This is probably a D tier. Well, you know what? I'll put it at C. Because I liked the part of the level where you were just inside of the crate base doing random junk. But all of the scenes where you were Ghost Luke or I don't know, astral projection Luke fighting Kylo Ren. Those just didn't work. It looked so janky. It looked like Luke was just doing a little dance in slow motion while this dude tries to kill you. This level wasn't good either. I think this is D. This is D tier. You're just chasing Kylo Ren through the snow, and every time you get close enough to him to where you can hit him, a cutscene happens. And then you're just done. You're like, oh, I've got to... Guess I'm going back to doing puzzles. And when you finally do get to fight him, it's just not that interesting. Let's get back to some levels I like. Come on, where's the top tier levels? We only got 1 S tier, 5 A tier. What's going on? This one's bad. It's any level that takes place inside of the Death Star, I'm not going to like it. This is true across both games. They're D tier, both of them. What level is this? Oh, this is the one where you're on that planet I don't remember the name of. The casino planet. What do you even do in that level? I remember breaking out of the jail. But then what? What do you do? Because I can't remember what you do, I think it's got to go in D tier. It's just too forgettable. Pod Race, this is A tier. This is one of the best ones. I genuinely enjoyed that level. Even though I thought it was a bit too easy compared to the original Pod Race, it was fun to see it from a first-person perspective. It really did feel like you were going so fast. And if Anakin flew the way that I flew in this level in the movie, that man would be dead like 5 times over. That man would be in the ground. No Star Wars. The boy died. Droid Factory, instant F tier. That one's super bad. Anakin's Flight 2.0. Oh, I should probably say something about Droid Factory. Yeah, it was just too long. It was too long, and there were too many R2-D2 C-3PO puzzles, which those get really boring if you do a ton of them back to back. Anakin's Flight, though, this one was okay. It wasn't that good, but it was fine. It was kind of like the Gungan level, where I didn't really like anything about it, but I also didn't hate anything about it. It was neutral across the board. Hoth and Cold, a lot of people say this is their favorite level from Empire Strikes Back. I disagree. I think, once again, it's too long, and what you're doing isn't all that interesting. So I'm going to put it in C. Now we're just left with these 2 levels that I don't remember what they are. Seriously, what are these levels? I'm going to have to stare. I'm going to have to... Hold up. Can I open these and... Nope. Man, I got no idea what I'm looking at. If I had to guess, I think this is the level from the beginning of The Force Awakens where you help Poe Dameron escape the Death Star. Did I just say the Death Star? Wait, what? I'm confused. You know, the new Death Star, the big planet thing. This one's bad, but it's not as bad as some of these other ones. I'll put it in C. And then this one, I don't even know what it is. And because I have no idea what it is, it's going in D. It obviously was not memorable enough for me to identify it via a picture. So there we go. I have ranked almost every level. I don't know where the 45th level is or what it is. Which level did they leave out? I could probably sit here all day and not figure it out. Yeah, I got no idea. But one last thing I'm going to do before I look at the community rank, I'm going to change this tier to be top 5. And I'm going to change this to be bottom 5. And I'm going to try to figure out what my top 5 and bottom 5 levels are from the Skywalker Saga for those who are interested. So number 1, gotta be this, because it's the only S tier in the game. Second place, I would probably put... We've hit an impasse. These are all pretty much the same, in my mind. You know what? Call me crazy. I think I'm going with They Fly now. One of the levels that people say is the worst in the game, I'm putting as my second favorite. Third favorite? It's going to be the arena, followed by the pod race, and then Jabba Sail Barge. I think that's it. I think those are my top 5 levels. Actually, hold up. There we go. This one's actually better, I think. I enjoyed this one more. I might have enjoyed it more than the pod race. I'm very confused now. But we'll just say that's it. Bottom 5, we just have to get rid of 2 of these. I don't think this one is as bad as the rest, so I'll put it in D. And then... the rest of these are really bad. I guess I'll move up this one, even though I hate it. These are my bottom 5. I don't know what order I'd rank them in. This one's definitely the worst. I think I might rank them like this. So this is the least bad, this is the most bad. Yeah. Let's see the community rank. What did they say? S tier, the high ground. Okay, so people do agree with Ratty subs. They say that level's great. I don't quite get it. I mean, yeah, it's fun that it's called the high ground. But, you know, just not being able to play as Anakin, not being able to fight your friend, and also having so much of the level rely on C-3PO and R2, I feel like it takes away from the experience. So I don't agree with that. Hoth and Cold. Once again, I told you that people say that one's great. I don't agree. I think this one's at least B tier, if not C tier, or worse. I'd probably put it somewhere in here. This level, I think, is good. Oh, I just noticed that 2 of my top 5 levels are in F tier. People hate whatever this level's called. It's my favorite level, and I don't even know the name of it. A skip and a jump. That's what it's called. I think. Yeah, they put that in F tier. That's a disgrace. I'm fine with you putting this one in F tier. I get it. It's boring, but this one? Nah. Legendary, dude. Also, very interesting that the only level to get D tier is the speeder chase. Every other one of these tiers has multiple levels. This one just got 1. What happened? The pod race got C. I didn't see that coming. I thought people liked this one better. Hunk of Junk got C. I don't know how that's not lower. Whatever this thing is got C. I still don't know what level this is, but people don't like it. So, okay. Droid Factory? What is this? Droid Factory got B? This is insane. The asteroid field got B too? The freaking, what is this? Okay, this is the most surprising thing to me in this entire ranking. How did the level from The Force Awakens, where they walk through the corridors for so long, make it to B tier? I thought people would hate that. Because one, people don't care about Force Awakens that much. Two, people complain about some of the levels being too long. That has both problems, and it's boring. That's blowing my mind. Why is that there? Why is it so high? Why is this one so high? What is this? What? Wait, I know which level isn't here. They left out the level where you blow up the Death Star. That one was good. I would have put that in A tier. I liked that one. That might have even made my top 5. I think I like it better than the pod race. It's a shame they left that one out, but just know I would have put it in A, and it would have been a high A. Oh, I'm glad to see that people put this one in A. They actually did like it. They agree with me on that one. Also, what the heck is Anakin's flight doing in A tier? What happened, people? What is this? Also, my least favorite of the Rise of Skywalker levels made it the highest in the ranking of all of them. I guess I've just got I've got things reversed from what normal people think. That kind of makes sense because my favorite Cars movie is Cars 2, and everyone agrees that's the wrong opinion. So maybe I'm just a contrarian. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's it though. I think that's all I'm going to say. I'm still blown away by this being in B tier. What did people like about this level? I'll never know. Also, what in the world is this? That's the main thing I want someone to comment. If anyone has watched this far into the video and you know what this level is, please tell me. I've got no clue what this could be. It's like I'm looking at a mini kit, a cracked open version of a mini Death Star, and a red thing with R2D. What is that? What? Huh? Alright, but that's all. I hope you enjoyed watching me rank not just the Complete Saga, but the Skywalker Saga. I apologize for the scuffed intro. And, yeah, if you completely disagree with some of my ratings and you want to explain how wrong I am, feel free to leave it in the comments. Just, try to be respectful. I was hating on some of these levels, but I hope I wasn't, I'm not hating on you if you like some of these levels. If your favorite level in the game is the thing from The Force Awakens, walking through the tunnels, I think that's strange, but I don't hate you for it. So, yeah, whatever levels are your favorite, feel free to tell me your top 5, bottom 5, whatever, from either game. I'm curious. I like knowing what people think about these games, so tell me whatever you want to, and I'm going to leave right now. I'm going to walk down a long corridor with Finn and Rey and Han and Chewie, and I'm going to escape some giant weird red things with tentacles. Goodbye.